Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United. It is now the 10th of March 2028. We are currently sat 9th in the table. We are basically a mid-table side at this point, aren't we? In this episode there will be two matches, starting off with second place Liverpool, who basically, if they beat us, will go top of the table once again. They were top up until earlier on because Manchester United won their game. Liverpool haven't played their game in hand yet. So yeah, Liverpool will probably be top of the table come the end of this episode. And then it'll be the second leg of the Champions League first knockout round. Nearly said semi-final. It's not. First knockout round against Monaco. In between episodes, we've actually done quite well. We started off with a match up against Fulham, a 3-1 victory here. Marlon Charles, Edson and Fite up with the goals against Monaco in the first leg. A 1-0 victory. Marlon Charles with the only goal of the game, and importantly, we did not concede in this one. Edson then picks up his second hat-trick of the season, this time away from home up against Bournemouth, scoring his final goal in the 94th minute against Norwich in the FA Cup, not Carabao Cup. We got knocked out that one. We've been knocked out this one as well. It was a 1-1 draw, and then we lose on penalties because Edson missed, basically. Edson missed his penalty. Almada also missed his opening penalty. We're out of everything apart from the Champions League. And then we finished it off with a 2-0 victory against Sheffield United. Fite Arp and Lewis Cook with the goals. Helinho getting himself sent off very, very early on in the match. So league table-wise, we do have somewhat of an outside chance of European football. We are just 4 points behind 6th place Leicester, but 4 points is quite a lot of points. There's still a decent amount of games to play, so we do need other teams to slip up. But we are the worst of the best. There's a big drop between 9th and 10th. Down to Southampton. I can't see us getting any higher than where we really are. It is 12 o'clock on the Saturday. We have made it to Anfield for the matchup against Liverpool, who, like I've already mentioned a couple of times, if they win, they will go top of the table. They have a player in their side who I hate because he's always a pain against me. It's Danko. He's filth. He's absolute filth. Scored loads of goals for Norwich. Scored loads of goals for Liverpool as well. He's wanted by Man City. I genuinely looked at trying to buy him. He's going to cost too much money. The starting lineup then will be Adonam in goal, a back four of Johnny Santos, Carlos Restrepo, Munoz and Andre. Charles Cesar, Matteo Guendouzi and Lewis Cook will be the midfield three. Edson, Marlon Charles and Fite Arp will spearhead our attack. Well, before a ball is even kicked, Liverpool go top of the table. Fair enough, goal difference it is. 20 minutes on the clock, we've got a highlight going potentially our way. Johnny Santos crosses the ball in, Marlon Charles is in the area, we're 1-0 up against Liverpool. I think he was offside. Yes, he was offside. How far offside was he? We can't tell. I'm assuming the red line is Marlon Charles. Well, 40 minutes in, there's been one highlight. The ball ended up in the back of the net, but it didn't count. It is going to be 0-0 at half-time. To be honest, if it stays this way, I will take a 0-0 away from home against Liverpool. Nascimento says, remind the team that revenge is definitely on the cards. Sure, aggressively can I do that? Can I do it aggressively? No, I'm far from pleased. That'll do. Well, we are seeing the first highlight of the second half, but is that just because there's a kickoff? I don't know. McDonald plays the ball forward. Danko heads down. Azara collects it on the left for Liverpool. He's being forced inside, runs with the ball, plays it on the right-hand side, now finds Gomez. Plenty of space for Gomez to run into, gets past his tackle, Undar is in the area, crosses in, Azara is there, Adonam holds on to the effort. Well, Edson's playing badly on a 6.2. What has he done to deserve a 6.2? I assume nothing. We're going to bring on Giardini, although is Giardini any good as a right winger, or do we try Fite Arp on that right wing instead? We do Giardini. Not been the most exciting game of football, has it? Show some passion, do something, get some highlights, anything. I'm so glad I decided to show you this match and not any of the other games that had like 4 or 5 goals in them. Corner comes in, Adonam holds on to it. That was not the whole highlight, was it? Please do something. Adonam does. Long kick upfield. Giardini on that right-hand side, the Mexican wonder kid who scored so many goals for Mexico so far. Crosses in. It's Marlon Charles at the back post. And this time, this goal is going to stand. We have got them on the counter-attack. We've got 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. We are ahead against Liverpool. Away from home. How have we done that? Right, let's do some subs. Let's try and time waste a little bit. We're going to do Arp off. We're going to do Franco Di Matteo on. I don't know why we're doing that. Di Matteo is absolutely awful at football. What's going on here? What is going on here? Is this a highlight? Adonam has the ball in his hands from a McDonald header. It was then dropped on the floor. This isn't a highlight. No, it's not. Good. Final couple of minutes. Right, 3 minutes of injury time. Let's do another time-wasting substitution who is not particularly fit. We're going to do Restrepo off. We're going to do Almada on. Swap you two over. So Marlon Charles is going to drop to left back. I'm hoping that wasn't a bad decision. 93 minutes on the clock. We do have a highlight. Ball comes in. Almada is there. Doesn't manage to do anything with the ball. Plays it back to now left back Marlon Charles and goal scorer into the area. Almada gets it again. Keeps going. Almada goes for goal. Hits it straight into McDonald. He is going to keep it in play. Run down the clock, buddy. It's a corner. Doesn't matter. The full-time whistle goes. We picked up 3 points against Liverpool away from home. How have we done that? I mean, defensively, look at those numbers. I mean, yes, Marlon Charles got a 7.5, but he was a winger. But look at those numbers. Passionately, very special. Very special, lads. Good job. Somebody called Montgomery was watching Marlon Charles. Who is Montgomery? Who is he? He's the Liverpool... He wasn't watching him. He was watching Liverpool, you pillocks. I mean, fair enough, you probably were watching him, but you were also watching everyone else playing. 5 games unbeaten as well. Where has this turnaround come from? We've gone forward to the end of the day then, just to see how the league table looks. We have moved up into 8th place, leaping over Spurs, who I think might actually be playing on the Sunday. We are now just 3 points behind Everton in 6th place. It could happen, couldn't it? It could actually happen. Anyway, we can also win the Champions League, which is what we're going to do right now. Well, not win it. We're going to play Monaco. We're 1-0 up. Match number 2 of the episode then, the Champions League first knockout round, second leg, away from home against Monaco. We are 1-0 up after the first leg. And one thing I forgot to mention, which I kind of said to myself, I need to make sure everyone is aware of this. Liverpool, before we played them, just beat Inter Milan 7-0 away from home. So, yeah, we beat a very good and very informed Liverpool side 1-0. I don't know how we managed that. Anyway, Monaco is the team we're playing today. We need to just not concede. And in order to do that, we are basically playing the same starting 11. I think we've got 1 change. No, 2 changes. Adenam will be the goalkeeper. Helinho will come in at left back for Carlos Restrepo, who's a little bit tired. Johnny Santos at the right. Andre and Zelaya will be the 2 central defenders. Zelaya has come in because Munoz has some food poisoning. So, yep, he gets to miss this trip. Charles Cesar, Guendouzi and Lewis Cook will be the midfield 3. Edson and Marlon Charles as the wingers. And Gerardini will be the striker. I didn't mention this. I completely forgot to mention this. Christ Chole, he's broken his ankle, so he's out for 6 weeks to 2 months. He's basically done for the season, which in a way is good, because no one's going to want to sign him with a broken ankle. That's my thought. Monaco then going for a 4-4-2. Fair enough. They've got Rodrigo up front. Is that the former? Yeah, it's the former Real Madrid one. He's out of contract soon. He's on loan from Liverpool. Oh yeah, they've got lots of Liverpool players, haven't they? They've also got... He's not there. Guari, our former striker, he's not actually on the bench or anything. They've also got Jude Bellingham, who's on the bench, I want to sign him. I don't know whether he's going to be worthwhile, but I want to sign him. The ultimate goal here is to not concede, isn't it? That is job number 1, don't concede. If we do concede, job number 2 is score a goal. Maybe we try and score a goal. Just ignore the conceding thing. Let's just score lots of goals. Let's go that way. In order to score goals, you do have to have highlights. We're 25 minutes in, not a single highlight. We've only had 2 shots in the entire game. Golovin with a free kick for Monaco towards the back post. A header clear from Helinho, I think it was. Konate, now Gelson in the middle. Konate wants the ball back. No, he doesn't. Plays it back to Arab. Now all the way back to the goalkeeper, who is Walters, maybe. I don't know. Why do I decide to play matches against teams who I don't know how to pronounce their players' names? Dreen, I can do that. Zagadou, I know that one as well. Konate forward to Dominguez. Dreen once again. Is it Dreen? It's probably Drian or something. Golovin down that left. Johnny Santos with a great tackle, but George collects it, or is it Jorge? Not quite sure. Could be either one. Crosses in. Back post is Gelson Martins, and Gelson Martins makes it 1-0 to Monaco on their first real attack of the game. Just a couple of minutes later, and there is another highlight. Golovin running down that left-hand side again, getting past Johnny Santos, keeps going forward with the ball into the penalty area. Golovin goes for goal, hits it wide of the post. We are not doing so good at the moment, are we? Throw in. Dominguez tries to cross it in, can't manage it. Number 2 now plays it back to Dominguez. Crosses towards the back post. Golovin is there. His header is over the bar. Just a thought. If we lose this game, the season is basically done, isn't it? This is the penultimate episode of the season. Because if we lose this, we're probably going to go for the last 2 games of the season, aren't we? It is half-time. It's half-time. It's 1-0 to Monaco. We haven't turned up at all. So it's time for a shouting. Most people listened. Helinho is not doing so hot at the moment on a 6.5. Then again, no one's doing so hot, are they? Everyone's on a 6.6. Apart from Guendouzi, who's somehow on a 6.9. Good job. Obviously, no changes at half-time for us. We are seeing the first highlight, but is it going to be an actual highlight? Adnan with the ball inside his own penalty area. Forward to Andre, the wonder kid from Brazil. Charles Cesar, the other wonder kid from Brazil. Now Lewis Cook, the former wonder kid from England, plays across on the right-hand side, finds Edson, the wonder kid from Brazil. There's a theme here, isn't there? What a save that was from Wouters. Edson almost curled that into the back post. 50 minutes on the clock. Charles Cesar steals the ball away. Back to Johnny Santos. Guendouzi. Now Edson. Is he going to run down that right-hand side? Tries to get tackled. Gets round his man. Santos is still running. So is Edson, though. Goes straight towards goal. Tries to curl it into the far post once again. This time it is wide. This match is still up for grabs. Marlon Charles is going to come off. Almada is going to come on. I'm wondering whether we do... Is this a good idea? What's the difference between an inverted forward and inverted winger? I don't know. Why are we changing things? Because that's what I do. We're also going to do Helinho off for Restrepo. There is a goal. We just need a goal. One goal for us, not for them. Wouters with the goal kick for Monaco, or free kick potentially. Dreen with it on the halfway line. Plays it back to Rodrigo's. Picked up a knock. Dreen collects it once again. Running down the left-hand side is somebody, but Giardini collects it. Santos in the middle finds Cook. Pressing forward with Edson on that side. Once again, he's gone for another curling effort towards the far post and once again has hit it wide. He's dropped down to a 6.1. A 6.1. He's had all the chances and hasn't scored yet. Santos with a throw. 8 minutes of normal time. Edson loses out and potentially a break is on for Monaco. Rodrigo collects it inside his own half. Edson steals it away from Dreen. Back to Charles Cesar. Now Johnny Santos. Cesar once again. Guendouzi to Lewis Cook. Santos is running. Doesn't get it at the moment. Charles Cesar, left-footed ball, finds the Frenchman Guendouzi. Almada heads down to the Colombian Restrepo. He plays it across. Cesar once again pulling the strings in the middle. Is the young Brazilian. Edson into the area, goes for goal. Of course it's saved because it's Edson and he can't seem to score goals at the moment. Corner comes in from Almada. It's cleared. Not very well. Andre collects it. Andre plays it back for some reason to Johnny Santos. Still up there though is Andre. Now Zelaya, the other central defender. Right, we've got a few minutes to play. Edson has to come off. He has to come off. He's having a shocker. We're going to put Giardini on the right-hand side. We're going to do Fite up as that deep-lying forward. Edson should have won this game for us. He's had about 4 or 5 chances. Also, bringing on Fite up means we've got an actually very good penalty taker. Rodrigo's at right-back. Rodrigo's at right-back. What are you doing? People moan at me for playing players out of position. Rodrigo finished that match at right back. We've gone into extra time. It's 1-0 after 90 minutes. We need to find a goal. We do get an additional sub. Rodrigo has been substituted for Monaco for Lucas. So we do have another opportunity to bring somebody on. Throw for Monaco. Dreen on the halfway line. Plays it back. Across is Jude Bellingham now in the centre. Runs forward. Does the Englishman who I signed in the second season. Gelson Martins, the goal scorer, crosses in. It's at the front post. It's not the front post. It was the middle. It was the Poku. It was saved by Adnan. Is this highlight going to carry on? The Brazilian goalkeeper rolls out to the Paraguayan central defender, finds the Portuguese right back. Now, Guendouzi runs with the ball, plays it on the ground. Fite up, the German. Where's he going to go? Back to Matteo Guendouzi, the 2 Europeans. Across on that left-hand side is Restrepo, now Thiago Almada. He's got 2 in the box, crosses in. Back post is Giardini, and Giardini has potentially given us a way through to the next knockout round. Do away goals count after 90 minutes? I feel like they don't. We've still got that other sub to do as well. So I'm thinking what we might do. Hold on, we've got a highlight just before the half time. I nearly said half hour. The half time break in injury time. Guendouzi with it. Plays it to Giardini on the right hand side. He needs some support in the middle. No, he doesn't. He's going it alone. Wouters makes a save and holds on to the ball. It is half time in extra time. What we're going to do, we're going to use our final substitution. Lewis Cook, what are your penalties? 9. You're the one who I might be bringing off purely down to fitness, although Guendouzi's also not doing so hot. He's an 8. Who have we got that we can bring on? Di Matteo, 11. That's not bad. Delati, that's an 8. That's not great. And Big Dids, who is 7. Right, so Di Matteo's going to have to come on. What do we do, though? We're going to do Guendouzi, and this is going to be strange. That's what we're going to go with. Maybe that way. Maybe that way. Do that. That works. That works. We can change Vito up into an inside forward on attack. That works. That works. Swap you two round. Sure. Please don't balls this up now. Second half of injury time is just flying by. It's extra time, isn't it? It's still flying by, regardless of what we call it. Adonam with a goal kick. We've got 4 minutes to play. Charles Cesar inside the D of his own penalty area. Santos to Cook. Lots and lots of players running forward. Giardini is one of them. He's going to go straight for goal, isn't he? Giardini in on goal, slots it past the goalkeeper. We are through to the second knockout round of the Champions League. A 2-1 victory away from home against Monaco. 3-1 on aggregate. We're going through. How have we managed to do this? This is 2 wins against 2 very good sides in one episode. There it is. Full-time whistle blows. A 2-1 victory. Giardini in extra time, the saviour. 100 minutes and 117 minutes. That was also Adonam's 300th career appearance. 300! Passionately, that was proud. That was proud. Sure, it worked. Well, this means then this isn't the penultimate episode of the season, does it? When is the draw for the next round? It's the quarter-final. We're in the Champions League quarter-final. The draw date is the 17th of March, which is in a few days before we play Wolves. Good, so we're going to go forward. You're going to find out who we're going to have in the quarter-final. Giardini is actually going to have a little bit of praise as well. I don't do this often, but I feel like he needed it. Giardini, that is the first time on camera that he has turned up. Since joining, 12 starts, 5 goals. That's not bad for one of our strikers. Our strikers don't often score goals. Oh my word, what's happened here? We've also got a youth intake. It's not the best, is it? It's not the best. So John Lawrence is the star of our youth intake, and he's alright. He's nothing special, is he? I can see that our youth intake is going to be like this. Cameron Parker, again, he's alright. Nothing special. Bobby Rowley, who is third on the list of potential, is not good. Ona Sezgin from Turkey, he's the fourth on our list. He's also not good. He's 6'5" though. Rory Kane, I like the look of him. He's got something about him. Still not amazing. Jay Coleman, again, I like the look of him. He's got something about him, and that something is 20 determination. Mentally, really good. Everything else, not so special. But I think of all players so far, he might be the one to make it. Ben Grant, who is rubbish, sure. Daniel Horton looks good. Something about him looks good. Again, mentally, teamwork and work rate, nice high numbers. Determination is fairly low. Decisions and things like that is reasonably low as well. But I think he might break into the first team at some point. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm going to click on Roberto because for some reason we've got a Brazilian who's turned up. He's a central defender. He's 6'3". He's all right. How have we got him? Is he half English? He's half English. Fair enough. So of all the teams in the Champions League quarter-final, I'd rather not play any of them, if I'm honest. We've got Arsenal, we've got Liverpool, and we've got ourselves from England. From Germany, you have Bayern Munich. From Spain, you have the 2 big boys in Barcelona and Real Madrid. You've also got PSG, and you have Zebra or Juventus from Italy. I would say I'd take Arsenal. Of all the teams there, I'd like Arsenal. Or maybe Bayern. I reckon I could beat Bayern. Juve have Liverpool. Arsenal have Bayern. Great. It's not good, is it? Of the 3 teams that we can pick from, it's not good. We are potentially against Barcelona. We're not. We have Real Madrid. We are playing Real Madrid in the Champions League quarter-final. Well then, next episode, you know what that means? It means it's going to be a double-header against Real Madrid. We do actually have, if I scroll down quickly, it is going to be Real Madrid and Real Madrid. We're going to play Southampton and Wolves off camera, and also Real Madrid. I've said it so many times. West Ham also going to be played off camera, obviously as a little sandwich in between the 2 Real Madrid games. And we are getting extremely close to the end of the season as well. Oh, okay, we can also see the semi-final. So if we manage to get past Real Madrid, we will have Arsenal or Bayern Munich. I fancy my chances against the winner of those. Not so much against the Real Madrid team, though. That is going to do it then for this episode of Football Manager 2020. It's probably been quite a long one. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I will see you next time with 2 matches up against Real Madrid and a chance to get into a Champions League semi-final.